Hello guys. So if you're a newcomer to Canada, or maybe not even a newcomer to Canada, if you consider yourself a resident of Canada, here are my top 5 accounts that I think you should have. Okay, so first up is your checking account. So this is like your regular day-to-day account, right? So this will be where your salary would come into. It would be where you make your expenses, your monthly expenses, your daily expenses. So say you're paying your rent, paying your bills, sending e-transfers to people, just all of your expenses would typically come out of your checking account. And then for newcomers, I know that most of the banks usually have newcomer welcome packages or welcome offers for new customers. So you would typically hear things like no monthly account fee for 1 year, so free banking for 1 year, no ATM fees, free interact transfer transactions for the period of 1 year, and just a couple other perks. So just feel free to shop around the different banks to just see what their newcomer offerings are, and just take advantage of that. Okay, so the second type of account that you should be opening is a savings account. So yeah, this is obviously different from your checking account, right? So you should be opening a savings account if you want to save towards certain short-term goals. So say for example you want to save towards travel, you want to save towards a particular project, or you just want to build an emergency fund, you should typically open a savings account for that. And let me just say this here as well, no matter how much you earn, no matter how little you earn, you should get into the habit of saving a portion of your income before you spend, right? And I personally, for savings, I leverage online banks that offer high interest savings accounts. So you have online banks like EQ Bank, Tangerine Bank, Neo Financial, Simply, Coho, and a couple other ones. So these banks typically offer higher interest rates than your traditional savings accounts that are offered by the big banks. So yeah, a high interest savings account is something you definitely need to have. So the third will be a credit card. So in Canada, credit cards are a must if you do want to build a credit history for yourself. Use it smart, pay in full, and watch your credit score grow. I'll stop here, but if you want me to do a separate video on credit cards and how to use them well, just let me know in the comments and I'll make a separate video on that one. So the fourth type of account that you should have is a TFSA account, or otherwise called a tax-free savings account. So this one for me is a game changer. You could either use it as a savings account, or you could also use it as an investment vehicle, right? So you could use it as a vehicle to invest in the stock market. But if you want me to do a separate video on investments, just let me know in the comment section and I can make a separate video on that. But yeah, the basic idea behind the TFSA account is just that for all other savings account types, the interest that you earn on those accounts are basically taxed, right? But for the tax-free savings account, the interest that you earn on this account is tax-free, so you get to keep more money in your pocket. Okay, so the final account that I do think everyone should have is a registered retirement savings plan, so an RRSP. And this account is basically used to save for retirement, right? So it's more long-term savings. But the good thing about this account is that saving into this account, contributions you make into this account are tax deductible, meaning that at the end of the day, when you file your taxes, you're able to deduct whatever amount of money you have contributed into this account from the total amount that you should be taxed on. But again, watch out for my next video. I'm going to be talking more about tax deductions and tax deductible accounts as well. So if you're still confused about where to start, or how to go about opening any of these accounts, please leave a comment in the comment section or send me a DM and I'll be happy to get you started.